There's a huge week ahead of us in cryptocurrency and the markets. Today is October 27th, 2025. In today's video, I'm going to break down how this week could be bumpy. It could be good, but I'm going to teach you how to be stoic and calm and how to understand how to pull yourself to a 30,000 foot overview. Because I'll tell you what, crypto is coming to a bank near you. The very people that told you to run as fast as you could from crypto, that it's used for money laundering, that you're a criminal if you trade cryptocurrency, are going to be the very people inviting you in, saying, water's warm, come on in, because we can profit off it. That's just how the system works, guys. Remain stoic, remain calm. But remember this, remember this. This is not a get rich quick channel. This is getting wealthy for sure by understanding that everything's a cycle. There's a lot of people preaching that this is just going to go straight up and it's going to, that's not how markets work, guys. It has never been that way. Okay. Yes, crypto over the long run is going to continue to go up, but there's always going to be bear markets. We pull profits, and I'm going to explain to you on the back end of every video why we pull profits. We build ecosystems inside and outside of cryptocurrency. We need to build cash flow. Okay. Make sure that our family never has to rely on another man or woman to pay our bills. Number two is we create protection. We make sure that we have protection. We protect our wealth, teach you how to insure your house, your car, your life, but they don't teach you how to insure your money. And then we understand how to multiply it like richest man in Babylon. So if you're new to my channel, on the back end of every video, I incessantly repeat the same things over and over and over again. And I share with you exactly what I do, no gatekeeping. All right, so the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to look at why is this week going to be super bullish. Okay, so big week ahead. This is posted by me, Coach JV. This is on my Twitter account or X account. First of all, we have the China tariff deadline. Okay, remember we had the big flash crash. So Trump posted around 4, I think it was 4 p.m. Eastern, I think it was. Now remember, cryptocurrency was the only markets that would be open for the weekend. It trades 24/7. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. So he puts out a tweet about 100% tariffs on China. Deadline November 1st. That was Friday before a 3-day weekend. Boom! Flash crash. They liquidated $19 billion in the crypto market. I told you guys a black swan was coming. I told my community a black swan was coming. That was one of them. Okay. Those black swans are designed to bring you into institutional custody, to bring you into the traditional financial system, because it's coming to a bank near you. I promise you. Okay. So we have the China tariff deadline. Then on Sunday, yesterday, that's why the markets favored Bitcoin started to go up, is Scott Bessent said that they are getting close to a deal with China. Okay, so if we see positive news around that, that's going to be bullish for the markets. We had the Federal Reserve interest rate decision coming up on the back end of this week, which will be the 29th, which is, I think the Fed meeting is always on a Wednesday. It's Wednesday, Thursday. I'm looking at my calendar here, 27th, 28th, 29th. When's Halloween? Usually Halloween, or you're out there trick-or-treating. You usually see the markets are pretty good. You see all the crypto people staring at their phones out there trick-or-treating with their kids. We have a global currency war heating up. That is just a fact. BRICS was created in 2009. Ironically, the same time Bitcoin is created. And so we have this global currency war heating up. Trump told you be on an even playing field monetarily. You're seeing it play out right in front of you. And this is really important too. So I own a brokerage, a financial firm. I used to work in banking. My CFO and I, 22 years of banking experience combined. I spent 10 years. He was 12 years. We have seen every economic cycle you can think of. And on the back end, fourth quarter, just organically, smart money repositions. That's what they do. So it's not going to be a normal week, right? There's going to be a lot of liquidity shifting. Narratives are getting engineered, and the impatient are going to get wrecked. So stay calm, stay convicted. No hopium, no panic, no noise. Okay. So just organically, fourth quarter is good for financial firms like our brokerage. Will do our insurance brokerage. Always ramps up on the fourth quarter. It's always that way. Selling may go away, right? This is what I'm trying to help people understand. Everything cycles, guys. So what you should be doing, before I go into the rest of the details around crypto coming to a bank near you, is what you should be doing is building a plan and sticking to it, guys. Okay. Get out of the get rich quick. Stick with the top 10 cryptos, man. Don't play games outside. I'm consolidating down, and I'm going to share with you guys my top 7 at the back end. Now I have other cryptocurrencies. Now I personally am fundamentally getting really siloed and really diversified, or what's it called? hyper concentrated in the top cryptos, right? I'm not going to play games with my money, and I'll explain my whole ecosystem on the back end. But this is why, guys, because regulation is coming in, and it is very expensive to keep up with regulation. Okay. So I'm sticking with the companies, the projects that I know are connected, that I know are going to be here. They're going to be part of rewiring the traditional financial system. Okay. So New York Stock Exchange posted this. This is for all those people out there who are still naysayers and haters and people who don't believe cryptocurrency is the future. First multi-asset crypto fund in the US, now listed on the New York Stock Exchange. Welcome Grayscale CoinDesk Crypto 5 ETF, guys. There it is. Now the public can get involved. They don't have to hold the, what is an ETF, right? It's an exchange traded fund. It's exposure to the asset class. So now they have a bag of currencies that they can invest in. Guys, it's here. It's not the Wild West anymore. It's actually a new asset class. It's a new infrastructure. And so that's what you should be studying right now. Okay. CoinDesk posted this insight. Over the last year, some of the largest financial institutions have started warming up to crypto. Circle, Robinhood, BlackRock, Fidelity. Fidelity is the largest 401k holder in America, guys. Fidelity is the largest 401k. Stripe, Visa, PayPal, MasterCard, Revolt, Shopify, JP Morgan, and Morgan Stanley. The very people, JP Morgan specifically, Jamie Dimon told you, and I'm going to show you in just a moment, it's a pet rock, right? It's used for money laundering. Now, Ripple is just crushing it, guys. Absolutely crushing it. I just want to keep reminding you. Introducing Ripple Prime, we are pleased to share that our acquisition of Hidden Road has officially been complete, making Ripple the first crypto company to own and operate a global multi-asset prime broker, bringing the promise of digital assets to institutional customers at scale. Guys, go read the article. Understand how massive this is. And what this does, family, is it puts XRP right at the center of everything Ripple does. For all those people out there going, oh, Ripple's just going to abandon XRP. Guys, it is the foundation of what they're doing. The CEO just told you this. With today's close of Hidden Road, now Ripple Prime, Ripple has announced 5 major acquisitions in 2 years. GT Treasury the last week, Rail in August, Standard Custody in 2024, and Metco in 2023. This is how I make my financial decisions. This is why XRP is one of my largest holdings. As we continue to build solutions towards enabling an internet of value, I'm reminding you all that XRP sits at the center of everything Ripple does. Lock in. I got you, Brad. I've been locked in. I don't need to lock in. I'm locked in, ready to roll. Okay. So let me remind you here, guys, of what JP Morgan has said. Okay. In 2024, JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon said Bitcoin is a fraud, a Ponzi scheme. Today, JP Morgan announces, your bank announces, it will allow institutional clients to use Bitcoin as collateral. Let's just listen to it from his mouth.
Crypto.
If you mean crypto like Bitcoin, I've always said it's a fraud.
No hope for it.
Well, if they think they're a currency, there's no hope for it. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's a public, decentralized Ponzi.
It's a Ponzi scheme. So you're going to let your clients invest in a Ponzi scheme. Or you're going to use collateral. Like it's not even logical, man. The CEO thinks it's a Ponzi scheme, but they're going to allow their clients. So you're going to use Bitcoin on your balance sheet as collateral. Does that make any sense? Like really think logically about that. It's a Ponzi scheme, but you're going to allow your clients to put Bitcoin on your balance sheet to be able to use it as collateral. You're going to give them a loan. You're going to give them your own money, Jamie Dimon and JP Morgan. You're going to give them your money at an interest rate on a Ponzi scheme, on a fraud. That makes zero logical sense. And everybody's saying Bitcoin's going to zero. I think Jamie Dimon and JP Morgan, the largest banker in the world, the most like touted banker in the world. I'm saying that guys, there's a reason why. Do your research. The reason why he's been the CEO for such a long period of time. Okay. I think Jamie Dimon may have done a little bit of research to allow JP Morgan to hold Bitcoin on the balance sheet, clients Bitcoin, to give you collateral loans. And people are like, Bitcoin's going to zero. I think they've done a little bit of research, guys. And I think BlackRock might have done a little bit of research. And I think they might know who Satoshi is. Okay. I've been saying this now. What Cynthia Loomis is about to say, remember, you guys, if you follow my channel, I told you guys what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to revalue gold and they're going to pull some of that profit into Bitcoin, and they're going to shrink this balance sheet.
If you were to acquire 5% of the world's Bitcoin, roughly 1 million, and hold them for 20 years, you could cut the national debt in half.
That's insane.
And so I view a Bitcoin strategic reserve as a means to address the national debt. And because our bill would allow the US to acquire Bitcoin for that purpose without using new borrowed money to do it, it's just taking existing assets that we have that are undervalued and applying them to Bitcoin, which
It's accounting measures, guys. It's all accounting measures.
is over a 20-year period going to increase in value. So what we would do
Listen.
is take these gold certificates, convert them from what they're being held at on the US books at their 1974 value.
That's exactly what I said.
Converting them to current value of gold, and then acquiring the Bitcoin.
That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. I said they're going to take gold, revalue it, and take the profit and just move it over, accounting measure, and buy Bitcoin.
We would be in a position to fund a U.S. strategic reserve.
Boom. Man, I can't even rationalize, or how big this is, guys. How massive this is. You gotta stay patient, family. You gotta stay stoic. You gotta stay calm, man. And I'm only going to share with you exactly what I do, guys. We've changed our family's financial future. We have cash flow strategies. Like everybody's so, and I want to bring you on the screen and talk to you guys really quickly, because everybody's so scared of capital gains, and they hold and they hold and they never sell. We take profits, guys. We take profits. I'm going to explain to you exactly what I do, and I'm going to share with you why. Okay. You're so afraid of capital gains. You're missing all these opportunities to buy other assets, to build cash flow, to grow ecosystems. Money is supposed to move. It's currency. Okay. Vertical strategies don't work. I went to school. I got a job. I had a 401k. They took away my business in pandemic. Now I had crypto. Thank God. I was like, I have amazing parents. I was like, I'm not touching this crypto. I had $30,000 in crypto. I'm like, I'm not touching it. It was mostly XRP. And I was like, I know where this is going, but I got to figure this out. I will never, listen to me, I will never put my family in a position where no man or woman can take away my ability to take care of my family. They took away my earned income. They shut down my business. They locked our doors. Okay. So I moved back in with my parents and I said, I need to figure out how this works. I read Cash Flow Quadrant, Richest Man in Babylon, Wisdom of King Solomon, and I invented Capital DR. Okay. I took profits. I paid some capital gains from 2020 to 2022, but I built ecosystems. I held 50%. I didn't exit as much as I should have. We should have exited a lot more, but I didn't get it all. I held 50% long-term. I'm always doing that with altcoins. All of my altcoins, I'm holding 50%. Some I'll consolidate. If you're in the academy, I break that down. Bitcoin, we're not touching. We're just going to move Bitcoin over into the L in Capital DR. Okay. I'll explain that. Bitcoin is like gold for my family. It's a supercharged savings that grows 50% every year. You're not going to get your biggest bang for your buck, but 50% a year? Come on, guys. When people tell me you can't build wealth with Bitcoin, I'm like, you're out of your mind. You know nothing about how hurdle rates work, interest rates. Like, you have to beat the hurdle rate. You have to beat inflation, guys. We're crushing inflation with Bitcoin. Okay. So we're going to move Bitcoin over to leverage. Okay. We're going to do the rest of the strategy with altcoins. Okay. Here's what I do. You don't have to do this, but it's exactly what I do. I'm just being transparent. So I built cash generating businesses because that's what everybody tells you to do. Go get side hustles and build businesses. And so I did that. And it's hard. It's difficult. I have 6 companies now. We have 3 that are heavy in profit. I've been at this since 2017. This isn't new to me. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing this since 2017. I've been grinding since 2017 to build these companies. Okay. So I created cash flow the way you were taught to do it. Go build companies, side hustles, do all this stuff. It's a lot of work. Okay, a lot of risk. 85% of small businesses fail. I think 15% make it. 1% become 7-figure ecosystems. We just didn't give up and we did it. Okay, but I'm going to give you some other hints here. Okay, so we created cash flow. We built Merlin. We have a company called Blockheads, which created Merlin, which you're looking at it right here. We created, I have the 3T Warrior Academy has been around since 2017. People think this is new. This has been around forever. It's almost, gosh, coming up on how many people? 14,000 people worldwide. We're coming up. We have 3,400 active warriors on a daily basis. I have a company called Refined Integrity, 3T Warrior Academy. I have Blockheads. It owns Merlin. I have a insurance firm. So I built businesses. Okay. So I created cash flow. I didn't buy Lambos, Ferraris, big houses. I kept my lifestyle expenses the same. Once I got back out of my parents' house, got my family a home, I kept my expenses the same. So my income increased, but I was like, damn, I don't want to work until I die. Warren Buffett. Okay. You will work until you die. Unless you can make money while you sleep, you work until you die. So then I started to study dividends, okay, dividend stocks. And I had one of my clients that introduced me to some amazing dividends. And so I started to get into, this happened a couple times. So I started to look at dividend stocks and I started getting into dividend stocks. And now it's insane. So we have created, every time we get paid, I take 10%, I put it into dividends, okay? I'm creating crazy amounts of cash flow off the dividends. So now I have money coming in from my dividend. Cash is trash. I have money coming in from my companies, money coming in from my dividends. So I take 10% of my income and I richest man in Babylon. And I put 10% into a company that pays dividends. Now I'm getting paid off of their effort. Okay. You're going to see the cycle here. Now what I'm doing is I take the cash flow, I go into A, capital DR, A. I put it into assets that appreciate, that are deflationary, that are opposite of the US dollar. Bitcoin has 21 million, never be anymore. I grow 50% every year on my Bitcoin. So why would I store it in a savings account that gives me 0.01% when I can store it in Bitcoin that gives me 50% every year? Then XRP, which is my number one holding by a long shot. And I'll go over my portfolio in just a moment. I went into XRP heavily. It's my number one holding for our company and me. My XRP grew 800% from 2020 to 2024 as I got ridiculed, I got made fun of, and it grew 800% as you lost 24% of your purchasing power of your dollar. So A is appreciating assets. You don't have to use crypto. You can use gold. You can use silver. You have to beat inflation, guys. You think you're growing your portfolio and your savings is growing, but you're not even keeping up with inflation. They didn't teach us this stuff. You're not beating inflation. You have to find an asset that beats inflation. That's why gold is at an all-time high. That's why silver's at an all-time high. That's why Bitcoin's at an all-time high. Okay. So that's appreciation. Everybody's telling you to hold, borrow from your assets. Okay. Well, what happens when they do a flash crash and you get liquid? I would be very careful in crypto. Very careful in crypto. These people preaching that you should be just borrowing from your assets. It is volatile as shit. Okay. The flash crash liquidated $19 billion. Unless you have lots of money on the side to right size that, that leverage, you better not play games with your digital assets until this market stabilizes. Okay. I'll share with you what I do with Bitcoin, but I'll share with you the de-risking. Okay. So we got appreciating assets. They're going to go up here on the back end of this next couple months, the bull run. There is going to be a bear market. Okay. They're going to go up. Okay. If you're just getting in, hold till 2029, just stack. But I've been in for a bit. So I'm going to exit. I'm going to pull profits. I'm going to pay capital gains. I'm not afraid of capital gains. Okay. Caesar, who do we pay? Pay your taxes to Caesar. I pay my taxes to Caesar. I give to God what is his. I give to Jesus what is his. Okay. I pay taxes because I'm crushing the hurdle rate and I'm crushing the tax rate by dividends, by leverage. Okay. Then I put it into P, protection. I take my profits. I max fund my insurance policies. They teach you how to insure your house, your car, your life. I insure my money. Okay. Me and my partner work to insure 30% of our wealth. It's insured. Nobody can touch it. Flash crash, boom. Principal's guaranteed. Now I took $1 into crypto. It became 2. I took some off the table. I put it into insurance and now I can make 3, a brother or sister. I can borrow against my insurance policy. No liquidation risk like cryptocurrency. At 5%, $100,000 at 5% is $5,000 per year. If I take $100,000 at 5% and I put it into a dividend that's producing 20%, I beat the hurdle rate by 15%. We forgot inflation. If I borrow at 5 and inflation is 3, I got to beat 8%. Got to remember inflation. Okay. So if I take an 8% hurdle rate and I put it into a dividend that's producing 20%. Okay. Think about that. Do the math. What's the math? Okay. So now we're crushing the hurdle rate. And that money was created by the first dollar that went into crypto. Okay. That's the L. So it's cash flow into appreciating deflationary assets, protection, leverage. We leverage to buy more assets, not Lambos, not houses, not Ferraris, not watches, not lifestyle creep. Now, Bitcoin, let's put Bitcoin. Here's where I'm going to give you a huge caution. Okay. and I'm going to teach you in just a moment how we do profit taking, is yes, I did a Bitcoin loan to buy my insurance firm, and I do use digital assets as let me be not leverage trading. Okay. Bitcoin, I only leverage 25% of my overall Bitcoin portfolio. When I put it on a DeFi platform, I used Salt by my insurance firm. They gave me 70% of the 25%. So my liquidation risk was so unbelievably low. But here's the caveat. The only reason I used a digital asset is because my firm was already making money. It paid it off already. It's gone. So I already had income coming in that was paying down that leverage. So it's 25% leverage of my overall portfolio. They gave me 70% of the 20%, and the payments are paying it down very quickly. So it's paid off. So now I have zero of my cryptocurrency leverage. I would recommend, if you don't understand leverage and you don't have money on the sidelines, I would not leverage my cryptocurrency. It is way too volatile, guys. Everybody said that from 2020 to 2022, that it was just going to keep going up. Same shit. Now everybody's saying the same thing. Oh, you don't understand. This is a super cycle. You don't understand. This is different. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not different. Listen to me. You are the exit liquidity. Your emotions are the cycle. It is not different. This is serious. Every influencer, it's different this time. No, it's not. Nature works in form. Nature works exactly the same every single time. The tide goes in, the tide goes out. The market goes up, the market goes down. There will always be a bear and bull market as long as there's markets. I don't know how deep it's going to get, but guess what? The elites are going to get their money, guys. They are going to get their profit. And guess where they get their profits from? Your ass. So get disciplined, get focused, get dedicated. If you're a long-term holder, when it collapses, buy more to lower your dollar cost average. Okay. When it goes up, okay, celebrate. Pull some off the top if you want to. Get your initial investment out. But money is currency. It needs to move. So I just want to get on my soapbox because, I get so many questions. People are like, oh, shouldn't I just hold and hold and hold and hold? I don't know. Should you? Like, what's your plans? What's your ecosystem? We have an ecosystem. Our money is fluid. It's moving through. We're producing 6 figures just passive income off of dividends. By the end of next year, it's going to be high 6 figures in passive dividends, guys. My style is going to be Warren Buffett style. I'm going to be moving into de-risking out of business and investing in companies that I know are going to be here for the rest of my life and getting dividends for the rest of my life. Eventually, I'll have annuities stacked by 60 years old, and I'll have guaranteed cash. I won't be able to outlive my cash flow. Oh, gosh, I'm passionate about this because there's so much bullshit out there, guys, and people are just preaching this hopium and hype, and it's like, you're going to get wrecked, guys. If you are super price sensitive, you have too much in the market, guys. If every time the market goes down, you're freaking out, you have way too much in the market. You're way over leveraged. Okay. Put a little bit in, test it. Like, when people get into dividends, I'm like, just put a little bit, guys, test it. Okay. So I'll get off my soapbox. So how do we take profits? I created this. I'm the co-founder and creator of this. Johnny K and I. Johnny K is the CEO, and then we have an amazing team. I don't know if they want their names out there, but we have an amazing ecosystem and team that has created this within the 3T Warrior Academy, and outside of 3T Warrior Academy, we created this badass app. It is the Merlin, the smartest way to track your crypto. It's one of the fastest growing crypto trackers because, number one, we don't hold your keys or crypto. This is just an interface. This is how I look at my crypto. I do not pull up my exchanges when I'm traveling around. I use Merlin to see where the markets are at and where my crypto is at. It pulls all my crypto into one place. It's our demo account. And you can set up profit-taking plans, guys. Check this out. We teach you how to set up a profit-taking plan. It tells you in detail. You can set up a 50-50 plan, a 30-40 plan, a 70-20 plan. What is that? We'll teach you how to do it. That was not right math. 70-30. Man, I'm hyped up today, guys. Okay, so we got exit, tells you exactly how much to exit. You put in based on your tax professional, what your estimated taxes are. It tells you how much you're going to pay to Caesar. Okay, we go over here. It's like, well, how do I do all this, coach? We got your back. We got you. Okay, go to how-to videos. Boom, if that's not good enough for you, hit up our customer service. We have real customer service. We have real people answering the phone and real people calling you back and real people helping you out. Okay, we have the greatest ecosystem in the world. Look at all these exchanges you can connect. So see all your crypto in one place, keep your crypto safe. So here's what I'm gonna do for you. You go down below, description of my YouTube video here. You can get it 30 days for free. 30 days for free. Try it before you buy it. Click my social media platform. Boom. We're going to give you complimentary 30 days. Try it before you buy it. Set up your crypto and see what you think about it. Okay. So again, like I told you, I gave you my whole ecosystem. My top 7 cryptos are XRP by a long shot, not financial advice, just being honest with you guys. Bitcoin, stacking BTC every day and every time it drops. Solana's number 3. XLM's number 4. WFI just shot up to number 5. HBAR is number 6 and VeChain's number 7. Now, people, what about Cardano? What about, I have Algorand, I have Cardano. I'm trying to do this off the top of my head. I have a Gala. I have all these other ones, but those are my heavy, and the heaviest are XRP, Bitcoin, and Solana. Those are my heaviest holdings. Then it goes into kind of medium would be XLM, WFI, HBAR, VeChain. And then in comparison, it drops off pretty heavy. I have exposure to Algorand, ADA, I don't want to miss any of them, guys, but there's a bunch of others that I have, but I'm going to be consolidating quite a bit of those into XRP, Bitcoin, and Solana, just being transparent with you guys, because I have ecosystems built out. And my goal is by the end of next year to have high 6 figures. Okay. I'm already in 6 figures of passive dividends that come in. Okay. And so I'm just going to keep sharing with you guys. I don't know what else to say, but if you follow my videos from 2020 to 2025, I say the same stuff every single day. It works, guys. Okay. You just need an ecosystem. You need a plan and you need to get disciplined. You need to create cash flow and you need to transmute that cash flow into deflationary assets that have fixed supply. I don't care what you invest in, but you got to understand richest man in Babylon. So love you guys. Big warning out there. I do not invest people's crypto. I do not have a trading platform. That's not me on WhatsApp. That's not me on Telegram. Those are scammers. You can report the scammers down below in my description or my social media platform. I'm an educator. We have a huge education platform. It's called the 3T Warrior Academy. We've helped coming up on 14,000 people worldwide is crazy since 2020. We have 3,400 active people in there on a daily basis. We have live calls. We have community calls. You can set up an appointment with my team to figure out what the Academy is all about. If you just click the description of there's a link in the description on social media. I think it is. Yeah. In my link tree or down below, you can set up an appointment with my team, or you can just jump right in the Academy, get in the tribe, get in the vibe. I think that's all I got for you guys. If you're still here after 27 minutes, say warrior. We're going to really light this up. Warriors, rise, get your shit together. Love you guys.